Hello, my happy readers. It's Shed Time Stories with me, Issy. Are you ready to share a new story? Well, I have chosen a wonderful, caring story to share. The title is Dexter, the Amazing School Dog. If you have this book at home, you can read along with me. The author, the person who has written this story, is Lucy Plunkett. And the illustrator, the person who has drawn all the pictures, is Sean Bowman. Now we're going to meet Dexter. He's going to take us through a whole school year and introduce us to all kinds of neurodiversity scenarios. Sometimes we all just need a helping paw. Dexter, the Amazing School Dog. It was Dexter's first day as school dog. During his training, all the children had been kind and gentle, but Dexter's tummy still swirled with nerves and excitement. Mr. Wilson, the head teacher, gave Dexter a spotty bandana. "I heard you were very good at spotting things," he said with a warm smile. And as soon as the noisy morning bell rang, Dexter spotted Flynn. His face was buried into his grandma's coat. But then, as Flynn peered out curiously, Mr. Wilson offered him the lead. Dexter sat gently next to Flynn and slowly held out his paw. Flynn knew right away he had found a new friend. And letting go of Grandma, he walked Dexter all the way to class. He even managed a smile, even though he was still feeling shy. At playtime, Stan and his friends kept Dexter safe and happy. But then Dexter spotted some other children who needed help. Amari and Eleanor couldn't keep up with the daily mile. So Dexter quickly bounded over and stayed with them until they finished at their own pace. Then he played detective by sniffing out Blake's lost lunchbox and rolled over for a tummy rub, which made Libby and Isabel forget all about their argument. And after all that excitement, Dexter was ready for a well-earned nap in the school office. But then he spotted Zoe's feet at the door. He remembered this task from his training. He fetched Zoe's ear defenders and nudged them into the quiet tent. It looked like she really needed a break from her PE lesson. Soon, her slow strokes let Dexter know that Zoe was feeling much calmer. She signed "Thank you," and before long, Zoe was ready to go back to class. Everyone loved Dexter so much that he was given new duties at forest school. He enjoyed fetching sticks, especially on the blustery, blowy days. As the smelly mud squelched and the crispy leaves crunched under his paws, Dexter spotted Orla, who was bothered by her hat. It felt hot and prickly, but when it was off, the wind and the sounds were all too much. Dexter led Orla to shelter, away from the noise and wind, and they just waited until things calmed down and she felt able to join in again. When the children made grinning pumpkin lanterns, Dexter spotted that Elijah was finding it hard to smile. Dexter had heard all the things that Elijah shared with Mr. Ashby about how it felt hard being at home and that his mum was poorly. He thought that Elijah could probably use a cuddle, and soon a little sobbing face was buried into his furry neck. "Thank you," said Elijah. "I don't feel lonely anymore." The next week, when it was Tarek's turn to cross the slippery log trail, Dexter spotted that he was nervous. Balancing was hard for him. So Dexter showed him a terrific tummy crawl, and Tarek followed. Everyone cheered loudly when they both reached the end. The teachers brought marshmallows in for the last forest school session. Every child chewed their gooey marshmallow, but Dexter spotted Abby turning away. The sweet smell always made her feel like she couldn't swallow properly. She couldn't even look at them without feeling poorly. He wagged his tail and pointed his paw, steering her calmly away to see the other teachers who were toasting crumpets. Abby soon felt much happier, munching a yummy snack. She gently patted Dexter's head as they ate together. Dexter was happiest when he listened to the children read in the book nook. George sighed heavily as he placed a really tricky book on the floor. But Dexter nudged the book closer before resting his face on George's knee. That was all the encouragement George needed, and they got back into the story. Soon the ground turned white and frosty, but inside the school was warm and colourful as the children practiced for their play. Everyone was so excited. So was Dexter, but he was also very busy trying to spot more ways that he could help. When it was time for the performance to start, Dexter spotted that it was hard for Josh to be still without his fidget cube. So Dexter nuzzled next to him. Josh's fingers were kept busy by stroking the dog's soft fur as they watched the first scene together. It was hot under the lights. Dominic wanted to do art like they normally did on Fridays. As Mrs. Pearson helped him move near the open window, Dexter fetched Dominic's earplugs and colouring to help him feel more settled and closer to his routine. Even though he was excited to dance on stage, Felix was a bit worried about signing his lines. And Maya only used her voice at home, so they both chose to use communication cards. Dexter waited patiently for the signal and then nosed each card onto the projector so the audience could read along. Then everybody gave a special silent clap. It was Roxy's turn to close the show. Her voice wobbled, so Dexter rushed to her side. It gave her the confidence to take a few deep breaths and sing her solo beautifully. Dexter was so happy. It had been a wonderful show and a great first term. As the class gathered to take a bow, with everyone smiling and waving, Dexter spotted Mr. Wilson stepping into the spotlight, holding something special. A brand new golden collar. The best school dog ever! The children cheered. Dexter's tail just wagged with pride. What a beautiful, caring story that was. Dexter really is an amazing school dog. With his special training, he was able to recognise all the different needs of the children and make them feel better. I hope you've enjoyed this Shed Time story, and if you want to, you can like, share, follow and subscribe to Shed Time Stories. Then you'll be ready for the next book we can share together. Bye-bye!